Hello. Welcome to another video with Out and About with Diane. My name is Diane, and in today's video I'm going to go over everything that's wrong with my Trailblazer. Unfortunately, I broke some things and it is out of commission for a little while until everything can be fixed. So let's go over that. So, if you don't know, I actually lifted my Trailblazer not too long ago, the last couple months. Lifted it and I put new tires on it, new wheels, and in the back, new suspension. And I've worked on some things under the hood. Obviously, the Trailblazer is on a trailer right now, so I'm not going to go over much about what's going on under the hood, but I will give you some detail there. So let's start with let's start with what's going on right here. Alright, so let's start with the basic stuff. Obviously these are bigger tires, and most Trailblazers just come with regular stock tires, maybe some all-terrain tires that aren't as chunky or beefy. And then I actually got some Chevy wheels that usually go on a Silverado, and I put spacers on and I put these on. The problem is, I'm gonna get out of my shadow. Nope. The problem with these wheels and lug nuts are that these lug nuts that came with the spacers are actually inside of this hole, and they're rounding out this hole. So what I'm gonna have to do is buy some different lug nuts that go over the hole so the hole doesn't get warped out and my tire does not fly off. So that was one issue, which I didn't even realize that was an issue until my mechanic brought back my Trailblazer and was telling me that I need to replace the lug nuts before I drive again. So that is one thing, very minor. Lug nuts are about $25 for the set, so that is one issue. Alright, I'm sorry about the dog barking. This neighbor's dog barks at me when I'm in my own damn yard, which really gets to me. But I'm gonna try to not let that get to me, and I'm just apologizing for the little yapper. Alright, so in the back I have these shocks, and those are newer shocks. Alright, so these are newer shocks because when I took the old shocks off, they were pretty bad anyways, but putting the blocks in the back and messing around back here definitely needed new shocks, and the ride has been incredible. It's so nice to have new shocks. I didn't even know what I was missing out on, but I'm thankful for my brother-in-law. He bought me those for my birthday, so yes. So we put new blocks on, which are down there. Everything looks okay in the back. It's really the front of the vehicle that has most of the issues. So let's start talking about some of the issues. There's a spider right here. I'll leave him. He can stay. Okay. So I started hearing this clunking sound a while ago. I don't even want to admit how long ago I started hearing that, but I have an older vehicle, and yeah, I was just dumb. Let's just say I was dumb, and I should have taken it to the mechanic a lot sooner, especially because I went on quite a few adventures, quite a few gnarly roads, and he was actually very surprised when I brought it in. I actually thought the clanking sound was maybe the spacer making noise in the tires, but Unfortunately, it wasn't. Unfortunately, I snapped off my axle, and also my differential for my four-wheel drive was affected by that, and essentially my transmission might be affected by that too. So everything's going on right around here on this side of the vehicle. So obviously I can't drive like that, so I have ordered all the parts and they're in the back of my car waiting for my car to be worked on. I do have a mechanic that works on my stuff but also has a full-time job, so by the time I ordered the parts he had to go back to work, and so it's gonna be a little while. Also, I got sick with the virus, and today's actually the first day that I've felt better in like 10 days. So, and I didn't want him coming over here. I didn't want him getting sick, so we're just waiting on that. And when he comes over, he's going to replace the axle, replace the differential. There was one other thing, I'm not really sure, but then he'll tell me how bad or if anything else needs to be worked on, because all of those parts are connected together in some sort of way. I'm not a mechanic, but I am learning a lot about this vehicle. I've learned a lot over the past several years. I understand how the axles work and the differential, and I'm wondering if that's what the differential was kind of messed up for a couple years. Maybe that's what's been wrong with my four-wheel drive. My four-wheel drive has not engaged properly in a couple years. Like sometimes it does, but you don't really want a four-wheel drive that sometimes works. So I've been avoiding using it. And if you don't know, last year Jocelyn and I got stuck in Carpenter Canyon. I'll link that video, and I've been stuck several other times. So anyways, those are a few of the things that need to be fixed. Also, one of the main reasons that I brought my vehicle over to him is because I was getting horrible gas mileage and my car was stalling out, and so we thought it was the fuel injectors, and it wasn't. It was actually the box on top that has vacuum lines going into it. I don't know what it's called, but I will put it right here in the video. So actually I've repaired this box with basically, what's that, cement, water, I don't know, that cement stuff that you get from Lowe's. We've repaired it a few times because you can't just replace these hoses. You have to replace the whole thing, because the part that snapped off is like part of the box, but it looks like it's part of the hoses. So we just kind of rigged it, and it worked out well for quite a while, but it wasn't the fuel injectors, it was that. And that part's actually really hard to get, even used, for my vehicle. So what I'm gonna do is go to Pick Apart and get one. They're like $15 at Pick Apart, and I do think that they have a few, so that needs to be replaced. And yeah, that's basically it for the actual like motor components. But once that's fixed, I should have better gas mileage, which is really exciting, because this car actually does really well with gas mileage, even with the lift and it being an SUV. That's why I really want to just keep this vehicle. Like, I've put so much time and energy into this, and it's actually almost where I want it to be for an overlanding vehicle. No, Brucey. So we did actually buy another vehicle that I'm going to use. I'm going to use another vehicle, and I'm actually going to make a whole video about that. It's not like a lifted vehicle or anything. It is a sedan, but it does have great gas mileage, which will be great for longer trips. I can still go on dirt roads. They just can't be gnarly dirt roads. But for the meantime, my adventures are changing, so I can put the time and the energy into this and pay my mechanic properly and just do things the right way. but that's not going to stop me from adventuring. I actually do want to buy a rooftop tent for this eventually, maybe a used one. I don't need to buy something new or fancy, so I'm hoping that maybe one day they'll go back on the market. Probably won't be anytime soon, but people will need to pay their bills eventually without price gouging everybody. Anyways, let me know what you think down in the comments below. Unfortunately, all this stuff happened and it's pricey. I'm on a budget, but I'm lucky that I know someone who's willing to fix it for a great price and let me buy all my parts myself so I can save some money. I use Rock Auto, Amazon, and all the good sites that most people use when they're buying parts for their vehicles. So I was able to save a significant amount of money on parts that way. So anyways, let me know what you guys think about the repairs in the video, and I will see you guys in the next video where I'm going to reveal what my new adventure car is for the meantime. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.